Hello and welcome everyone to DevOps Days Kansas City. I am Buddha, developer advocate at Tyke, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 ways to accelerate your API platform maturity. Now, for those who have been in the realm of APIs and API platforms, these are some of the statistics that might be familiar to you. Back in 2023, 71% of all web traffic was API calls. At an enterprise level, that was 1.5 billion calls being made. APIs are important. They form the fabric of the internet. But building APIs is hard. It's not just about the functional logic. It's also about the security. It's about governance, but also managing distributed teams, evolving needs, and expanding tool stacks. So what is the solution? One of the solutions is API platforms. Now, API platform, for those who don't know, it's a platform that enables developers to build and manage API products better, faster, and efficiently. It's an oversimplification, but that's kind of the essence of it. Now, we have to take a pause here to look at what the need for an API platform maturity is, because we've been here before, where there's been a lot of investment in a lot of different ways of working in a lot of different areas, but are we asking the right questions this time, or are we still too solutions focused? And that's where we come to the API platform maturity model. This is a holistic, open framework for you to assess some of the outcomes that an API platform can drive at the decision makers level as well as the implementers level. So why is this important? Because it gives you a way to assess your API platform maturity as it is today, create a roadmap for the future, and then bridge the gap by investing effectively as an organization. Now, this is it's got 2 parts to it. The first part is dedicated towards your platform managers and decision makers. It looks at a bit more holistic outcome for an organization basis. There are 5 maturity pillars and 4 levels, going from level 1 to 4. The second part looks at the implementer side of things and looks at some of the, again, outcomes that an API platform should be driving. The idea is, from a level 1 perspective, it's a little bit more voluntary, a little bit more ad hoc, moving towards a lot more self-service platform for those outcomes. Now, talking about accelerating maturity, there is no silver bullet, unless you're a vampire hunter. So it's not just one tool, one system, one process that's going to get you all the way from a level 1 to a level 4 across all dimensions. So what is the solution? We start off with people. We've heard a lot about people. This is where we start. Here, I talk a little bit about the team composition, about a few different roles that have been successful, but the key role that you want to look at is the product owner's role and think about why that's important. From a process standpoint, it's not about automation necessarily. We're again going back to the people focus, where we think about collaboration, communication, feedback. What are some of those processes that can actually harness some of these areas? So one such process is the jobs to be done work framework, and your process could be different from mine. And here, this is about a perspective on why buyers or users make their decision to adopt a product. Now, there are a couple of different elements to this, and this is sort of one of the workshops that we had run, where we look at the pains and gains around the problems that we're trying to solve, some of the outcomes, and then creating tasks that help you get there. That is the idea behind a jobs to be done framework. Moving on to tools. Again, we don't want to talk about any unique specific tools, because as we've heard, tools are a dime a dozen. But the idea is you focus on open standards so that you're not locked into specific ecosystems, specific vendor areas that you want to avoid. So finally, bringing it all together, we talk about API management. Obviously, as I work for an API management company, I'm not specifically talking about Tyke here, but it is an important element to consider for an API platform. One final element, which is the secret sauce, as I would say, which sort of encompasses all of this, is the mindset shift that is required to accelerate your maturity. Again, focuses on that people side of things too, but think about your platform as a product, where you not only look at it as a one-and-done thing, but it's a living, growing, evolving platform that you need to take care of. And then finally, think about the developer experience of it all. Think about how you can build and foster empathy across different teams that you're working with as a platform team. Now, if all that made sense, I want to leave you with some of the outcome that a mature platform team was able to get. This is one of our customers. We looked at sort of their release times going from 1.5 to 2 months down to 1 day, 1.5 hours of deploy times to 5 minutes, and then finally a cost saving of $30K. Now, if you want to have your own personalized platform maturity review call, you can book a session with me if you want to, or we can talk about horror movies, which is my favorite. So if you want to talk about anything, feel free to book a call. Otherwise, thank you for your time. this has been a lot of fun doing it for the first time. So appreciate it.
Well done. Well done. Great job.